It's draft day. It's still morning, but all the fans are hyped. Had to do an early miz in the midday. Tonight's draft 2024. I'm just going to cut right to it and not make this long. Schoen tonight. You must come away with a quarterback. I've been back and forth over the months, but pretty much wanted the guy, Drake May, for the last few months, and I know that's the guy the Giants want. Maybe he works magic tonight and gets up to 3 with New England. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe New England sticks and takes Drake May. Hey, whatever. Tonight, Schoen and Dable, your futures are on the line. And unfortunately, it's not your fault, but you're carrying a decade of darkness. And the fan base is done. Let me put it out for you. Daniel Jones, a nice guy, a good character, represent the organization the right way. And yes, the past guys haven't built around him. But guess what? It's over. Daniel Jones is done. And the guys that are sticking on Daniel Jones, it's out of a loyalty. And I get it. Us old school guys have a loyalty. And again, it's, they haven't given him an O-line. They never gave him a number 1 wide receiver. Look, man. We've done this before. It doesn't work. You went and got Odell. It didn't work, right? You did this with Barkley. It didn't work. You go out and get these weapons thinking that you could save a quarterback. Nah, it ain't happening. Daniel Jones is not a franchise quarterback. And I've come way across the line. Now, I don't beat the guy up because of the guy, who he is, how hard he works, the work he puts in, man, the gym, the video. He's been through injuries. We've fucking done him wrong. But man, you can't change the past. You can't reverse the last 5 years. And and get this, man. Some of these fans are starting to make me angry, and it's even my own guys. I love them. Yo, stop. Because when we drafted Daniel Jones, we fucking reached. I mean, we reached. So stop making it out like we ruined some special big-time QB, because he never was one coming out of Duke to begin with. It was a last resort. It was a desperation. But tonight, the New York Giants are picking in a heavy, talented QB class. And every quarterback goes to a certain location, and it's what that organization makes out of him. It's what you put around him, and it's how your coaches develop him. We know they love Drake May. I've been known that for almost half a year. But it doesn't mean you're going to get him, because other teams love him and New England's holding the spot. You got to walk away tonight with your franchise quarterback. And even if that means staying at 6 with all these reports that J.J. McCarthy is a guy they love also. And all along I thought J.J. was their second guy. And I like J.J. He's a good organizational guy. He's the right quarterback that these guys would put the pieces around. You've already built the O-line now, right? Maybe it's one piece away. I know we have to see it on the field. But we have a better product than O-line. You still got to work at the receivers, but it's never going to be a one-year thing. The Giants are building. But to go out and get a Neighbors and keep Daniel Jones in lock, we ain't doing better than 6 wins next year. And I know it's not about this coming season. But you got no guarantee to be back here, and there's no guarantee you'll be able to create a quarterback, and you could be sitting in another 3, 4, 5 years of darkness. And these guys deserve to draft their guy, reset the clock, start their rebuild over. Well, they started it last year, but you get the quarterback, and now you signal, we start from here. And you have one of the best head coaches in football when it comes to developing quarterbacks. Because he took Josh Allen out of Wyoming when people doubted him and didn't think he was the guy. All he had was a big arm, and look what he turned him into. Elite. right? He took a kid off the street, DeVito, and that's what he is, a street park quarterback, and made him serviceable last year. Made him look good on a Monday night versus Green Bay. And I hate to take a shot at Jones. He hasn't looked good on a Monday night ever. And we're going into year 6. Man, look, it's not a shot at Jones. It's a chance to start new with a young team and a young quarterback. And you may not like this, but a Drake May and even a J.J. McCarthy on your team sitting for half a year or whatever long it may be that the coach feels is necessary it's a better situation than going into the year again with Daniel Jones, and it's definitely a better future because Daniel Jones ain't the fucking future. You paid him, you rewarded him, whatever. Whoever's decision it was, the owner, the GM together. I mean, we all know the owner played a big role in that because the GM was not in love with him, so he stuck the 2-year out, thank God. Joe Schoen knows what he's doing. Yo, Joe Schoen, I don't gotta tell you. Tonight's your night to go get the quarterback. Nothing else matters. I don't care. Neighbors could be the greatest single lightning star in the world, Odell Beckham all over again. It's not going to take you where you want to go without the right franchise quarterback throwing him the ball. All you're going to have is a frustrated neighbors next year because he's not seeing the football when he's wide open on the slants, okay? Sorry, man. I was a big supporter of Jones, and I still think he could be a decent, good quarterback somewhere else. But sometimes you got to move on. The relationship is done. The time with Daniel Jones is over. Tonight at 6. Or if you can go up, the New York Football Giants got to get their next great franchise quarterback. 20 years to the night that we drafted Eli Manning. There's nothing else about it. If you can't get Drake May and J.J. McCarthy sitting in your lap at 6, you run up to the podium and you grab them. It can't be anywhere else. This fan base needs a new quarterback. This team needs a franchise quarterback, a rejuvenation, and a fire for the organization. Don't drop the ball. Because if you drop the ball tonight, Joe Schoen and Dable, that ball bounces away and you ain't picking it back up. Because comes next January, and you're staring at a 5 or 6 win team with no promise for the future, or even 7 wins, and you're in the middle of the draft where you're not going to get a quarterback next year, and next year's class is not deep like this year's, brothers, it could be your last chance. Because everybody knows Belichick's shadow's hanging out there. Tell Maris, sit the fuck in the back room with your suit and look like a boss. Don't open your mouth. Joe Schoen and Dable. Tonight, go get your guy. Don't get any guy. Go get one of your top 2 guys. 24 draft. Can't wait. Miz.